he might just be in the way. I thought that it would be good to have him join me. So welcome everyone. This is Bodhi, my sidekick, and he's going to be joining me on the mat, obviously. He's taking up a lot of the mat today, and I see he's already found his inner calm. So I hope that you will find your inner calm after this practice or during it, so that you can move through your day with ease and grace. Today's practice, we are going to be focusing on our neck, shoulders, and upper back. So come into a comfortable position, sitting down. You can be in a chair, you can be on your mat, you can be on the couch, whatever feels best for you. You can even be at your office. Take a little mini break. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to start by bringing the shoulders up to our ears. Taking a breath in and letting them drop down. Let's bring them back up and back down. And once more, squeezing them up there and then letting them release. And then we'll just let the chin drop down towards the chest. Taking a few moments to breathe. Letting those shoulders soften a little bit more. And then we'll lift the nose up towards the ceiling. Stretching out the front of the neck. Oh yeah. And then bringing your head back into a neutral position. We're going to take those shoulders into a few big circles. Seeing how that feels. Bodhi decided to work on his ear today. Let's go in the opposite direction, taking those shoulders around and just coordinating your breath as you move those shoulders. Good. We're going to lift the arms out in front of us and let's give ourselves a nice big hug. So maybe bringing that right elbow underneath the left. Maybe grabbing on to those shoulder blades and tucking your chin down. Breathing into that upper back. Taking a few full deep breaths here. And then we'll open those arms up nice and wide. And let's bring the left elbow under the right. And again, giving yourself a beautiful big hug today. Dropping your chin to your chest. And taking 3 full breaths into that upper back. Good. Then we'll open up those arms once more, nice and wide. Let's bring them back to the front. We're going to take the right hand to the left bicep and just draw that arm across. And then we'll look over towards that left shoulder. And breathing here. So the stretch comes in to the breath. So when you're breathing in, you can feel that expansion. As you exhale, feeling maybe a little bit of softening and releasing. Good. Let's come back to center. We'll take the left hand to the right bicep and bringing it over to the other side and just looking over your right shoulder. Taking a few moments to breathe fully and deeply here. Good, and then coming back to center, let's shake those arms out. We're going to bring the hands onto the shoulders. We're going to bring the elbows to the center and just dropping our chin in the elbows. And then we'll lift those arms, elbows up and head up. So doing little chicken arms, rolling them with the breath. See how that feels in the shoulders, releasing any stress or tension. Good. Let's do the opposite direction. We'll take the elbows in the other direction. Coordinating your breath as you do this. So as you round, you're exhaling. As your elbows open, you're inhaling. Good. Coming back to center, let's let those fingertips rest onto the floor. We're going to bring the fingertips up towards the ceiling, bringing the palms together and then bringing them down to the heart. Let's do that a couple times. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, back to the heart. Good. 2 more. Fantastic. Last one. Bringing those hands back to the heart. Let's bring the fingers together. We're going to send those fists out, rounding the back, chin to chest, and then lifting the arms up, letting those hands part back down to the floor. Inhale, reaching up, bring those palms back to your heart, sending those fists and palms back out, and then lifting up, letting your hands float back down. Good. Once more, reaching up, breathing in, and then exhale back to the heart. Fingers come together, palms go out, reaching back up, and then releasing, hands back to the floor. Good. If you're sitting on the floor and your legs are crossed, you might want to reverse the cross so the other leg is in front. We're going to bring those arms out and just banding into the elbows. Let's bring the elbows and the hands together. Inhale, opening those arms back up. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Once more, open. See if you can really pop your chest and exhale, close. Good. Opening up those arms, let's bring the hands back up to the ceiling. We'll bring the palms together, reaching up nice and tall, getting your spine nice and long. And then we'll slowly bend the elbows, bringing your hands to the top of your head. And then inhale, back up. Exhale, bending into the elbows. Good. Once more, inhale, back up. And exhale, back down. Good. Let's bring those hands back to the heart space. Taking a moment to pause here. Breathing into that heart. Breathing in nice, full, deep breaths. Excellent. Let's send those fists back out, rounding the back. Breathing here, and then we'll let the hands come behind us. We're going to grab hold of those fists and just draw them down towards the floor. See if you can drop chin to chest. Pausing here, and then lifting the nose up towards the ceiling. And back to center, releasing those hands. We'll take the right hand to the left knee, nice gentle twist, looking over your shoulder. Breathing here. Coming back to center, let's go over to the other side. Sitting up nice and tall and just opening up the shoulders. Good. Coming back to center, fingers on the floor. Let's take that left arm up. We'll come over towards the right. See if you can look underneath that arm, looking at your elbow, the inside of the elbow. Breathing here. Good. We'll come back to center. Let's do the other side. Reach your right arm up. And coming over towards your left elbow, lifting up, looking up towards your elbow. Breathing into the space you're creating. Excellent. And let's come back to center. We're going to drop the chin to the chest, letting your shoulders relax. And then we'll take a slow, big circle with the nose, checking in with how that feels, where there's any tenderness in your neck. And then we'll go in the other direction. Nice and slow. Excellent. Let's come back to center. We're going to come onto our hands and knees, coming into a table position. You can get your knees under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders, having your fingers nice and wide. If you're sitting in a chair, you can even do this sitting that way, and we'll just do some cat-cows. So we're going to bring chin to chest, rounding the back up towards the ceiling. And then we'll lift the head and the tailbone, getting a little arch in the back. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you lift. Moving back and forth. Seeing how that feels. And if either of these positions feels like you want to just pause, feel free. Taking a few breaths. Sometimes it feels good to listen to the body. Most times it feels good to listen to the body. And we'll just go a few more rounds back and forth. Coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to come into a little shoulder release. I'll back it up here. So we're going to send that right arm underneath the left, resting your head and shoulder down onto the floor. Just letting the weight of the world roll off of your shoulder here. Making sure there's no sharp pain as you continue to breathe. And then we'll ease our way back up. And we're going to go to the other side. So sending your left arm under, resting your left shoulder and ear. If you're sitting in a chair or on the couch, you can just move your arm across the body again. Breathing here. Good. Let's come back up. We'll sink the hips down. We're going to come into a little child's pose, bringing your head down towards the floor. Arms can be stretched out, or you can bring your arms in if you want, just letting your shoulders rest. If your forehead doesn't reach, you can always stack your fists and just rest your head on your stacked fist. So whatever works for you, letting your shoulders soften and relax. Taking a few deep breaths. And then we'll come back up, and I'm going to grab a block here. So I'm going to place that block underneath my hips. You can come into a comfortable seat if you don't have a block. You can sit back on the couch, but my knee's a little cranky, so just having the block underneath helps. If you don't have a block and it feels comfortable, you can just sit in Japanese pose with your hips down onto your heels. So whatever feels best for you. We're going to do one more shoulder release. We're going to take the arms nice and wide. We'll bring the right elbow under the left and see if you can bring the palms of your hands together. So coming into a little eagle pose here. If the palms don't reach, that's okay. You can go back to where we started, giving yourself a little hug. But if they do reach, or if you can just grab your thumb, that's okay too. And from here, we're going to lift those elbows up and then bring them back down. lifting them up. Inhale and exhale them back down. Let's do one more. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale back down. And then we'll uncross, opening up, maybe bringing those hands behind and drawing those fists down towards the floor. Breathing here. Good, releasing. And let's bring the left elbow under the right. See how this side feels. If you can wrap your wrists around each other, great. If you can just grab hold of your shoulders, that's okay too. Or maybe just your thumb, whatever works. We're going to inhale, lift the elbows up, and exhale back down. Inhale up, and exhale back down. Good. Once more, inhale up, and exhale back down. Uncrossing those arms and coming back into a comfortable seat. Sitting comfortably, let's just check in, close your eyes, see how the shoulders, the neck feel. Hopefully everything's a little looser. Maybe you found a little bit of calm in amongst your busy day. And with that, I wish you well. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Thank you.